Hello, welcome to the 300-yard precision firing range at the Weber County Sports Shooting Complex. There are a few safety rules we need you to follow at the range. All rifles on the range must have been fired on paper on our 50-yard range or another outdoor range before coming to the precision rifle range. When arriving at the range, please have all weapons unloaded and in cases. Please no weapons handling in the parking lot. Your first stop upon entering the 300-yard precision rifle range will be at the inspection table, where your weapon and ammunition will be examined by range officers. Rifles used on the range must have a minimum velocity of 2,400 feet per second. They must be equipped with a magnifying optic, a minimum of 4 power. No red dots, EOTech, or aim points are allowed on the range. If your rifle and optics combination have only been bore-sighted, they are not approved for use on the 300-yard precision range. The range officer will inspect your ammunition. No steel core, armor-penetrating, or tracer ammunition is allowed on the range. Ammunition must be a minimum velocity of 2,400 feet per second. Suppressors are allowed on the range, but no subsonic ammunition is allowed. If you do not possess the rifle, optics, or ammunition that can be used on this precision rifle range, you will need to use the 50-yard range. The Weber County Shooting Sports Complex has restrictions on certain ammunition so that we can keep our rifle range operating within all local and federal regulations. We are noticing that patrons are continuing to bring in steel jackets or steel core ammunition. This ammunition is damaging our traps and will lead to the range being closed. We need your help in preventing the use of this ammunition so we can keep this range open. Your next stop after your weapon and ammunition has been inspected is at the lane selection table. Pick one of 10 lanes to choose from. All lanes are ambidextrous, can be shot left or right-handed. There is a waiver for each lane. You must read the waiver and sign it before returning to the range office. 2 types of targets are available on the range. Either target can be used in any of the 3 distances, 100, 200, or 300 yards. After you purchase your target, the officer will stamp your lane number on your target. This will be important to eliminate crossfire. So when you are sighting downrange, please look for the number stamped on your target so you can be sure you are not shooting at the target on the lane next to you. The range officers will install your targets at the desired length for you. Next, proceed to the staging area. You can place your gear on the tables or on the wall benches. This is the proper area to put on eye and ear protection. No one will be permitted in the range without these items. You are now ready to enter the range. The 300-yard precision range operates under a 20-minute increment of being open or hot or ceasefire. If you enter while the range is hot, you may enter, walk to your assigned lane, set down your case and stand behind the yellow line until a ceasefire is called. When a ceasefire is called, or if you enter while a ceasefire is called, you may enter your lane. With the muzzle pointed down range, you may open your case, unload your weapon, open your action, remove your magazines, and confirm your firearm is unloaded. Place an empty chamber indicator in your weapon. When shooting in the 300-yard precision rifle range, you must shoot from a seated position at the bench. Your rifle must be supported from the front with either a bipod or a sandbag, which is provided. The back of the rifle must also be supported with a bipod or a provided sandbag. The shooting booths are ambidextrous for right or left-handed shooters, and the tables are adjustable and can be slid from side to side to accommodate different sized shooters. The stools themselves are also adjustable. The handle is underneath to adjust the height of the individual shooter. When the range is called back open, you may proceed to fire your weapon. When a ceasefire is called on the range, the shooters will remove their magazine, open their action, check to make sure the weapon is empty, and then install an empty chamber indicator. Once that has been done, the rifle can remain on the table for a target change, or it can be placed in the rack at the rear of the range. The shooter will then step off the line and stand behind the yellow line until range officers have cleared the entire line. Spotting scopes are provided on the range. There is one located by either end of the range of the booth. These booths are no-shoot booths, and these spotting scopes are not to be removed from these booths. If shots have not been located or are going to the trench during the target ceasefire, it will be necessary to return to the 50-yard range and re-zero your rifle. Brass that falls forward of the red line cannot be recovered until a ceasefire, and then only by the range officers. When you are done shooting at the range, you may pack up all of your gear during a ceasefire. All eye and ear protection must remain on until you have exited the range. Thank you for joining us here at the Weber County Shooting Sports Complex and doing your part to keep yourself and others safe, as well as keeping our range open for everyone to use.